this landing spot up. Hello. Oh, I didn't switch that on. There we go. That's a little bit brighter. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you are in the world. How's it, everybody? Hope everybody is good. Hope you are well. Hope you're keeping warm, cool, calm, collected, all of that good stuff. Welcome to another live stream. Stream elements. You know, I have been meaning to modify a number of things on my Twitch, but I keep forgetting because, you know what, I do not remember how I did any of these things. Because I did these things in what seems like many years ago now at this point. And here I am with all sorts of weird things happening. Remind me later. Because I have a dashboard which has all of these things that auto feed and auto push stuff, and I have no idea how I'm supposed to fix any of these things. But you know, here we are. At some point, I must log back into all of this stuff and try and figure out what is happening. Anyways, everybody, welcome to another stream. We back at it again, and I'm actually not sure what I want to do today. So today is going to be an interesting one because I am still at a point where, you know, my unemployment rate is still pretty high, and I don't want to build any more houses until I'm done getting this all the way down, which means that this town that we've been building over here, we're not going to do too much development on it, at least not yet. And then we'll find some time when we'll come and we'll actually build it out. But maybe what I could do is start bringing in some industry, because I would like to mix like industry with residential areas into all of this. So if I have like industry just in this little narrow corridor, and then we have some houses and stuff up here, I don't think that will be so bad. If I look at something here, should give me the wind direction. I think air pollution. No, not you. Something's supposed to give wind direction without me having to turn on the white screens, and I'm not quite sure what it is. I'm not sure. Anyways, so that's what I was thinking. Maybe we incorporate a couple of industrial buildings in and around this space and sort of bring it in to meet this water treatment plant that we built over here, which will not be too shabby. You know, another thing is we need to get like some names for these places, right? Because I've got districts set up all over this place and I have none over here. So I need to get some districting into all of this area, and that's something that I definitely need to work on. Maybe not for right now, but maybe for a bit later. So right now, I'm thinking we could start off with some industry, right? How big is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 6. If I zone industry, I just want to see if it will grow. Yes, it will grow. Okay, so that means the demand is still there for it, which is good. It's good. And also this thing, I was meaning to build, like, I would love to find some creative way of creating some kind of a cover for this. I think a cover for this would be so cool. Oh, this is this red train. Do you know what? Actually, because no, it will act as an exchange point here, because I've got the green line. I've got this green line that comes in for the one that's going out to the cargo harbor over there. But my plan is to extend, so the red line connects Old Mills Town all the way up to there, and then this can be an exchange point. And then I want to extend this green one as it comes down, joins back here, and then goes onto this line and I don't know, I'm thinking maybe some kind of a development here with a stop, and then end of the line development over here might actually be good for this place. So that's something I need to work on. I would love to build a nicer interchange here, or a nicer off ramp. I don't like how this looks. The problem here is I'm not sure what to make this. You know what? Let's do something. If I spend my day-to-day just building roads, I'll be happy. I will be happy if I spend my day-to-day building roads. So let's see. Let's see what we can do about building something funky. I see. I would love to have, do I have a way through here? Yes, I do. So it would be nice to have something that comes around, right? And then joins up to this over here. So that's cool. And then I'm not, maybe this is too far. But if it's here and I go ahead and I'm just thinking if this might be a bit too big or not, but let's find out. Let me grab regular one. No, that's too small. So let's maybe put a slightly bigger one. And then I'm gonna go ahead and stick this one into you, Mr. Brotato. Yo, I like your name. Your city looks nice and realistically built. Why, thank you very much, Brotato. I love your name. I think your name is fantastic. I was thinking of bringing this one like down into here, but I think that would be overkill, right? I think that would be overkill. And also, this is perhaps also overkill. And maybe even having this be so far away is also potentially overkill. I want to try and make this like a nice and compact on and off ramp, but I'm not having too many creative ideas, which is a bummer. So what happens when the roads are straight? Then it's like it's very funky. I wonder if we do this. So let's get rid of that. And maybe this one is also too far out. Maybe just like right here. Ooh, there's an idea. There is an idea. There was an idea, actually, to bring together a group of remarkable people. And we can push that. Blue Raptor, what up, what up? I am all right. I'm all right, thank you. How are you? How does one make like a perfect roundabout in this game? Because you know in Cities 1, can you just stop that? I hate this thing so much. In Cities 1, you could just do 24, but look at this. I'm not getting, okay, there we go. 24, 24. Oh my word. Just when I was going to say this game doesn't do this anymore, it does it. But then look, it's not perfectly aligned. Like, how silly is that? So I find this to be quite an annoyance. Everything was 24, but oh, that's 19. See, this one is not getting me 24. So that is quite annoying, that you can't get the exact dimensions or distances or whatever you want to call it. Let's rotate you that way. I'm just trying to come up with some crazy idea for an intersection here. Some completely funky stuff. Yeah, I've got some pretty wacky idea here that I want to try and implement. How well this is gonna work out, I have zero clue. If it doesn't work out, I'm just gonna reload my game and not even stress myself about it. Okay, so that goes into join. I wonder if I can do something like this. No, it will have to stop earlier. So no, that's not gonna work. Okay. I do have that option. So instead of that, I could do this. And I guess same for this side. And convert this to one of that. And then that gives us nice on and off ramps that we can make use of. Because now I can go from here to that. And then join it. How does that look? And then we join it over there. I don't like some of, I don't like the way that looks actually, but let's see. It's nice and skinny, which is kind of what I want though, so that's a positive. This one, on the other hand, just needs to connect over here, and this is why I find it a little bit odd, because I don't feel like I can get it looking the way I want. Or can I? You know what? Another option is I just draw it out, and then when I'm done, just use move it to adjust everything. So I could also do that. So that I try and get it to sort of, can we just close? Okay, so that's one node, that's a node, that's a node. So let's move the nodes to be roughly in the same area. Right, let's move it close. Why is this node so big and this one is so tiny? Okay, there's another node there, so let's move this node to there, and then we can sort of shrink that, and this also needs to become like that. Maybe straighten that out of here. Hello, booty addicts. How you doing? How you doing? Now this is the big node and that's a small node. How weird. Why are they not symmetrical, I wonder? Roughly in the same spots. Jack Russell announces their arrival all the time. Hey? I'm trying to look at this thing to see if I can get it to be a little bit more symmetrical than it currently is. Whoa! Ho, ho, ho! Chris Sard, I hope I am pronouncing that right. Chris Sard, you legend, you. Thank you so much for that subscription. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Love it. Okay, at least we dancing. We're on the dance floor somewhat. We're on the dance floor, right? I got my old laptop replaced. Now I do nothing faster than I did yesterday. Huh? I got my old laptop replaced. Now I do nothing faster than I did yesterday. Not quite sure what that means. Chris says, always happy to support a fellow suffer. Thank you so much. Really appreciate the support, eh? Really appreciate it. Super nice when support is shown in that way for fellow suffers, eh? I don't think this is a good idea to have two lanes here. I used my laptop for web browsing and not doing anything productive. My new laptop is a lot faster than the old one, but I got it for battery life reasons. Okay, it still doesn't explain that statement. Now I do nothing faster than I did yesterday. Oh, okay. I see. So it just lasts longer, but it's not more performant. I'm assuming that's what you mean. The old one lasted like 3 hours on a full charge. The new one lasts like 18 hours. Oh, wow. It's a huge difference, eh? Hello, how's it going? Not too shabby. How's it going with you? Nephrite dreams. I hope one of those is the correct ones. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Welcome to the stream. Let's get the chappy in there, and I think this is the chappy that I'm looking for. Let's get rid of that. Good. And you got it right first try. Oh gosh, now I don't remember which was my first try. It was Nephrite Dreams, I think was the first one. Is that the correct way? I hope it is. I hope that was the correct one, the first one. Boom. Look at that. It's very ugly, but it does the job, I think. Yes, alrighty. It's Nephrite Dreams. What does Nephrite mean? Does it have a meaning, or did you just decide, nah, I'm gonna wing a name? I feel I should keep it single, but then it breaks the balance, and because of that I want to keep it double so that it maintains the balance. Even though this double lane really makes absolutely no sense, I think it is a traffic hazard considering where this would be going. But then also most of the cars coming here will be going straight. They would not be coming around this way, so it might not be such a traffic hazard. I'm gonna leave it like that. It's a jade stone. And my name is Jade. Ah, okay. Cool. Thanks for sharing. I appreciate that. Nephrite. It's a J. It's a stone. Interesting. Never heard of it. I'll look it up one day. What if we give this chappy an extra lane? But on the inside, how does that work? How would that look? I mean, it's completely and utterly unnecessary now. Let's just stop. Okay. Let me just stop. Now, do I want to do over on this side? You know what I'm thinking is I want to bring these ones into something here. So let's get rid of this. And then I'm thinking we have a small little circle here, roundabout. This comes into it, goes out of it, and then we have a 2-lane road that comes out and joins this side. And that will be different. To be different from from what's currently there, which for me is the most important. Is I try and not repeat too much. In fact, I'm gonna let it come out on this side. I think let it come out on this side. What? Oh, this way. And this one can be that, right? Yes, so that one can be that, and then this one can be that. So get a nice lane, and then we can get rid of that. Now, from here, what we want is a thingy that comes here and then departs as well there. Okay. And then I'm thinking to myself that we can do this. Why this? I have absolutely no idea why that, but I think it looks cooler. Why are there 2 lanes? Should I have 2 lanes come in or leave? Maybe give it a small roundabout. Smaller roundabout and downgrade this to that. Downgrade this to that. That makes a bit more sense. There we go. Now, maybe better this way, but then this is too simple, man. My issue here now is that at this point the road is still coming down, so I can't join it here. It will look too odd. So it needs to go all the way till it gets here. So having a straight road, and then I can bring it around and join it over to the side. And then this one can be upgraded to that, or should it be here? Maybe start the upgrade here, and then it can continue through to there. Okay, and maybe downgrade this actually. Yes, then you got a dedicated turning lane over there, and then you can be a beautiful roundabout, but you are too big. Maybe you still too big. You look fine. There's a node somewhere here. It always sucks when you've got two nodes that are so close together and you don't realize it. Always makes everything look so wonky. Let's up you a little bit. And we're good. And even here, actually, I can... What's the clearance here? The clearance here is a lot. So we're gonna grab this one and I'm gonna bring this one down. Oh, that's even better. That is even better that I get myself one of these. The problem here is I don't want them. Ah, perfect. Perfect. Look at that. That is amazing. I love it. I love that. I like to always build. I've said this many times. I like to build different types of interchanges. I never want to build the same interchange twice. So even if I am building a similar type of interchange, there will be one or two roads that operate slightly differently, just so that there is some small variety. I do wonder if this was a 2-lane, what would that look like? Doesn't look nice, looks ugly. That's a 2-lane coming off. Nah, that looks ugly. Looks so smooth, very nice. Well, thank you, Booty Addict. Hello, Dreadnought. How you doing? How you doing? What is that you get this weird thingamabobs? Is there a way to fix it? Okay, I would have to bring you in a little bit. Do you do the job? Yeah, you work. You work. That works. Me likes very, very much. All right. Doing good. How about yourself? I am doing well, thank you. Bit cold, as you can see from the attire. You know, cold, South African standard, not Canadian standard. South African standard. I'm cold, but otherwise I am well, thank you very much. Let's unpause and let's watch traffic flow. Unfortunately, I can't really speed this up. You know, this is another thing that gets me about this game. So I'm going on speed 1, right? And everything is good. I hit speed 3 and it has the speed up and then it slows again. So it's like it's temporarily able to compute quickly and then it slows down. Like, what a bummer. Hey, hang on. These guys can't get off going in that direction. And these guys, okay, these guys can come this way and then off in that direction. Jack Russell says it's pretty hot in the UK now. Temperatures got as high as 12 degrees Celsius today. Oh, that is funny. That is pretty hot in the UK. As high as 12 degrees. That's funny. It's not even 12 degrees here. And I'm dressed up like this. So I don't even want to know what it would be like if it was 12 degrees. I never had that. So weird. Can run 8 times without issue. And my rig is pretty meh-ish. 8 times. Wait, hang on a second. How big is your city? What's your population size? Because when my population was tiny, like sub 100,000, I would notice a difference between 1, 2, and 3 still. But after 100,000, I mean, this is speed 3. It speeds up and then it stops. I don't know why. It speeds up and then stops. Very small, but even an old, bigger city, no issues. So like 300k. Oh, wow. That's very impressive. It does get slow, but you don't get the weird status. Okay. Yeah, you can see mine. So speed 1. Speed 1 really grinds to a halt and then it moves at normal speed. And then speed 3, it speeds up and then it stops. That is just the weirdest thing. I don't know why it does it, but it does it. I need, so the cars that will be coming from here will need a way to go that way. Well, here's an idea. Is I could bring this like that, kill off the symmetry, and then have this one then drop down and join it. On my biggest save, the max speed I can go is 0.8. Yeah, oh, that's at the moment I still get 1, so everything of mine is on 1. This is 2, it's basically 1 because this is 1. Okay, maybe 2 is a little bit, no, there we go. This is 1, that's 2. Okay, there's a slight difference. I think 2 is slightly faster. And then 3, nope, I don't see a difference between 3 and 2 at all. In fact, if I go back to 1, the game eventually catches up and I barely notice a difference. So how would that be? If I brought this over into here, then it gets to go around and then it can go that way. It will look funky. If you get advanced simulation speed, you can go to 8 times and mainly it gives you an exact number on how fast you run. So you can get a better idea of what sim speed you're actually running. Okay. I will consider getting it. I'm just not looking to add more mods though. That's my only thing. Alright, let's save this. Save, patched. And I don't know if I would like how that will look though, to be honest. I don't know if I like how that will look. Well, then again, it actually won't unbalance things much because things are happening on this side. So, well, let's give it a go, shall we? Let's give it a go. So I'm gonna move this further out. Like it needs to really come far out. Actually, I want you here. You can be here. This is going to come back in. This is going to need another node. I can tell that's going to need another node. Doesn't impact or change anything about simulation and is very light, so really can't break anything for you. The 8 times option is accessible. It's accessible vanilla through DevTools. Yes, I've seen that, by the way. Look here. Here we go. So here's sim speed. Let's see if it will make a difference if I do it here. So 2, 4, 8 makes absolutely no difference to my sim speed. So I think it's my poor CPU. I think my poor CPU just can't keep up. That's what I think it is. My smooth speed doesn't change at all. What is smooth speed? What does that do? That's the actual sim speed you're getting. Ah, okay, I see. So I'm like getting 0.8 actually. Yeah, my PC can't keep up. I think that's the challenge. So that's paused. 1/8. Quarter, getting that perfectly. Half, getting that perfectly. 1 time, nope, barely getting it. So yeah, has not even hit 1 yet. Yeah, so yes, it's very likely CPU issue for me. It is what it is. Okay, I think if I can get Makes sense. It makes sense. Wait, not that. Let's go to bridge. And then for you, let's bring you across like that. This, by the way, is something that I don't understand about this thing. When you update this thing, see, it never lines up perfectly. Then I have to come back in with, where are these blocks all going? I think they're leaving the town. So that I'll then have to come in and do perfect lineup myself. Oh, no, that's a bummer. Okay, let's see. Can I shift you a little bit down, so that you don't clip? No, not quite. Well, I'm probably going to have to make this roundabout a tad bit smaller, which I can also do. So that's not exactly a train smash. I don't mind doing that. The only thing is that it becomes super wonky. Oh, that's so weird and interesting. Like, the things move it makes this game do is just insane. Anyways, nobody can really see what's happening under here, so from afar it looks like it's fine. So what I'm curious about now is what happens when, let's put you back on. Down to about there, and then I should be able to join you up to the space here, right? And then we convert you to one of these. Convert you to, let's remove the bridge. Convert you to one of these. You are back to one of those. So now we're gonna have to play around. This needs to sort of merge that way. So that's something I'm gonna have to sort out just now. The question also with this one is, how far can I push it? Okay, I can push it quite a bit. Gonna have to do some node manipulations here, but we can push it. Yes, I've got an extra node here. That means I can bring this one all the way around like that, which is perfect. Okay, so these chappies can now go that away. Wait, that's what I'm looking for. I want that back. Right, let's go into manipulation mode. And in manipulation mode, we're gonna start seeing what I can do about making this come alive a little bit. What's happening here? Maybe, can I move this one? No, but I can certainly send you down a little bit to make that descent a little bit smoother. It's actually quite nice. That's actually very nice. Let's go back to you. Can I? Oh no, increasing you doesn't make a difference. Because I want this side to go up a little bit more. Maybe a little too much. Yo guys, I spend way too much time doing this. Since I discovered I could do this, it's like, that's all I want to spend my time doing. Okay, so you can come up a little bit more to smoothen things out, and as can you. There we go. Since discovering that this was a thing, yo, this is all I want to do. And then of course, this will look better, no doubt, if I converted this to like that. I wonder if I shouldn't do the same here then. I think it will look better this way. I think my only issue is I think this descent is pretty rapid. But then again, I can also grab this node and we can definitely bring this down a little bit more. And you can also just come down a lot more. It does not need to be that high. They certainly do not need to be that high. Which means you can also come down a bit more. And then if all of these come down a bit, then it means you can also come down a bit. And once that comes down a bit, that can come down a bit. And look at that. We have something that is a little bit more acceptable. Maybe send this one back up a tad bit. That looks a lot more acceptable, more realistic as well. I think even trucks will be more than happy with that. So this side now doesn't balance with that side, so let me go ahead and just balance it out with this side as well a little bit. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Good evening together. Sat evening is saved now. Yo, I've Jabantaviewer. I don't know. Have I pronounced that right or wrong? Have I completely mutilated that? Let me know. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate it. Now this one, it's interesting because this actually needs to go and join like that. So let me make you a straight line and let me just let it go ahead and join. Come on, my guy. My dude. What are you wanting to do to me? Oh, you know what I don't have? This is gonna be a disaster. Autosave. I need this to come in and just go in like that. But for that to happen, this node also needs to shift a little bit more. So let me keep shifting you until I can no longer shift you, until you look too wonky. Doesn't look too wonky. Is it lined up? Not 100%, but there we go. This one can just decrease a little bit. Even the space in between, you can decrease a little bit. There we go. All right, so now it means that I can go ahead now and allow this chappy to go and join. So you look like you were behaving more than the other one. Why are you wanting to do funny things? Why is it wanting to do funny things? Maybe I explained to you my name, but it's a long time ago. It's a German-English mix. Yes, I remember that. I remember that actually, now that you mention it. I remember now. You actually gave us the backstory. If I recall, I just don't remember the full story, but yes, you are right. I definitely remember you explaining it. Okay, sometimes you just have to take matters into your own hands. Don't want to go too far out. Maybe up to there. Yeah, and that works. And that works. I need to go into manipulation mode then. Oops, manipulation mode. It's too narrow to get to it. Can I shift this forward a little bit more? I certainly can. Now can I get access to you? Yes, I can. Because now what I'm thinking is we can now make this sort of straight-ish. Because I think straight-ish now will make a little bit more sense. Even though I'm not getting it to be 100% straight, we shall try. There is a point at which the lines are decently spaced like that. Can I bring you in a little bit more? And then bring you out a little bit more. There we go. Let's go back to you. How's that? I think that makes a little bit more sense. And even this one, I can manipulate that one just a little bit. Didn't we just call you interviewer? I believe we did just call them interviewer, hey? That's what I also remember. You ever rebuilt your own city or part of that? If you mean the city where I live, no. I've never rebuilt a city in which I live. It's not really something that tickles my fancy, to be honest. I like to build fantasy, I guess, you know, from my own imagination. That's where my joy comes from. Can I increase your... No, I can't increase this one. Oh, but I can decrease it here. There we go. And does that still balance out nicely? Yeah, that still balances out nicely. Maybe you can come down a little bit more. Let's bring this one down just a tad bit more. That's fine. I'm not going to overdo it. Otherwise, it's going to be chaos. I'm building all of this for nobody, to be honest, because until we do development here, nobody will ever come down this way to go in that direction. But it's the little details. It's the little details. Let's see if I can get a little barrier installed right here. Is there any option to undo a change in the game? Not without mods, as far as I know. So the move it mod at least has that option. That's what I was looking for. No. Okay. So if you want undo, you need to get something like move it, or that's the only mod I know that has undo in it actually. But I see cars can also come flying down here. So let's see if it will. Oh, it does. I didn't think it would climb the road. I suppose it's not really climbing the road at the bottom part. And of course it's not 100% aligned. But instead, I have an idea. Let me grab all of these. Grab all of these. And then we'll just do a slight rotation of everything. And I think that should be good. There we go. I would love to see at least one car use this road though, but I think I'm being too overly hopeful. Ah, this is messed up. This definitely, I need it. I want it to be like this. I want it like this. Yeah, so most of the highways work is on this side. I do think though that this is a very, very tiny roundabout, and maybe I can make it a slightly bigger roundabout. And then maybe this guy, let's do manipulation mode. I can pull you along. No, too far. No. Okay. Not really what I had in mind. If I grab the whole segment, I get the same thing. Okay. All right, that's gonna have to do for now. This one is a little bit wonky down here. I would love to fix it. But I think there's no need. I don't think I need to stress myself too much about it. I think if I bring this in a little bit and out wide, then I can bring you know what, this is fine. That will have to do. Let's add some barriers, shall we? I think some good old barriers on the road will be good. All the way along on the outside. Instead of us having to use autosave, I mean, what's this thing? Keys and stuff for this, it would be nice if the game literally had barrier options. I think that would just be fantastic. I really think like the autosave just went off, Dreadnought. Just now. Yeah? But okay, let us go. We are saving. Oh, that didn't cut. That's going straight. He's on the other fairway. I'm watching golf, by the way, on one of my screens. I've mentioned this before that I'm quite a golf fan. Okay. You know what? I might as well make all of this. Because it looks so nice with barriers. It like looks so amazing with barriers. Should we even put barriers in the middle? Let's put barriers in the middle. Why not? Let's put barriers on the outside as well. Not on you though, because I've made that. So let's do that. Look at how cool that looks with barriers. This is a very busy road, eh? I have been thinking for quite a while now about creating... What's going on here? This road is not straight. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. I've been thinking for a while now about creating a 6x4 as well as a 2x4 road with road builder. But oh no, we can't have this. We cannot have that. So that means that one needs to go. But that's fine. That's not the end of the world. That's still... No, that's not cool. This is coming into the road. Does moving you at all help? I have to bring it out for it to help. Let's see what's the furthest in I can take it. Okay, so we've got some kind of an off ramp. It's flowing nice and smooth. So some kind of an interchange actually, because this is from freeway to freeway, right? Or expressway to expressway, highway to highway. An idea for a cool spot: a hill with a street like serpentines with many curves. That's a good idea. I was thinking that's the kind of thing we could have. I've been wondering what to do with this spot for the longest time. This spot here on this hill. So maybe something of the nature would work out quite nicely over here. Work it into a video or something one of these days. Or we also have this hill up here as well, which could also benefit from such a construction. So we've got two spots that I can use. I can do that. I was thinking about doing something like that on this hill as well, but then this became a Spanish style villa type thing. But yeah, I think a viewpoint on either this one or that one would be great. I agree. I think that we'll keep that for one of those spots. Looking at this, and I was thinking of, okay, I did say I want a small town around here, so we shall see. All right, now I'm gonna turn my attention to here. Now here, I do not want the railway crossing the road, obviously. So let's get rid of you and you and you, and let's just say you as well. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna connect this will convert you to a bridge. Let's see if a smooth slope will make any difference. So I'm gonna go all the way up to 180. Where is 180? There it is. So let's go all the way up to 8.7 and then bring you in. I don't think that actually will work. Okay, let's just connect it. Why though? It's a bridge. Why would it create a crossing even though it's a bridge? It's so strange. Okay. Let's do that again. So I'm trying to think what's the best way to build this. Oh, okay, here we go. That's an idea. Yeah, actually, let me do the following. Yes, actually to there. And then let's just go ahead and then let's merge them up. You have so many nice things on your map. It's really impressive. I've not 10% of that idea. So thank you. I shall take the compliment. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think the key to it for me anyways is, I don't know, just be crazy with what you build. Alright, just try and not build practically, I think is my thing. I don't try and build things that I know are realistic all the time. I also try and build things that are completely unrealistic. Like for example, me going crazy with my intersections. Right, that's a classic one. I never build the same intersection twice. And often my intersections look extremely unrealistic. You know what, this is a joke. At least I think they look unrealistic. But they do the job, and they do the job because each one will look different. And because of that, it also means that how I feed my towns or areas will also look different, right? Because the roads don't come from the same place all the time. And that for me is how I try and create, what's this thing? Variety. Now I'm hoping now that I should be able to remove that, and now, well, I expect the game to not make it a tunnel, but instead go up and down. So why is it making it a tunnel? Maybe I need to get rid of one more thingamabob. Let's try that again. No, it's really making it a tunnel. But I don't have tunnel selected, do I? You have constant slope on. Yeah, but constant slope, it should... Oh, constant slope works from beginning to end, right? It doesn't take into account the elevation change in between. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. That I did not know. Thank you, Dreadnought. I didn't realize that's how it worked. I thought it would take the entire landscape into account. But I suppose there will be some hectic calculations somebody would have to do to make that a possibility. Let's bring it down a little bit around here. Oh, why do you have a node here? Like, of all the places to have a node. That's quite annoying. But that's cool, that's fine. You are also kind of weird. Or are you actually a turn? You're a turn, that's how you look that way. Okay. I don't want this node here, because it's going to mess up with what I want to do. So let's go ahead and redo. Oh, you are 180. Great. Boom. Ah, it's put this node again. What if I don't bend you at all? If I make it straight. No, it's put in the node still. Okay, I can do that. Then there's no node. Yes. Then that's one single segment. I can bring you into the land. Can bring you also a little bit into the land. And then we can bend you ever so slightly. And now, Jesus, now I can actually elevate it a little bit in the center. Well, when I'm good and ready, actually. Oh, this is actually quite high. So let me lower that. And even here, same for this side, it's quite high. Because now on the center point, which is here, we can elevate that. So it looks a little bit more rounded. And then by some slight adjustment of these little thingamabobs, we should be able to get it to look a nice kind of way. So I think this node can come down a little bit. Ooh, 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 no, 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 don't do that to me. I hate it when that happens. Let's go into manipulation mode. Oh, let me decrease that. And I think we can increase this one a little bit more, as well as the one that's here. As well as, now these ones are fine. All right, let me smooth out everything around here. Do doom 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 do doom do doom 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 do doom. This area looks funky. Why does it look? Oh, it looks funky because of you. I think it's because of you. Oh, I thought it was because of that. Oh, it's because of this one. No, it's not because of that one. Weird. This is annoying. Okay, it's leveling out a little bit better. This is so strange. This one is misbehaving. It is misbehaving quite a lot. And I do not like what is happening here. How do I fix this little crank? So I see it's very low here. But I don't think it's the cause unless I make it straight. And this one. It's like something is keeping it bumped up. Which is quite annoying, to be honest. Can I just... Oh, no, wrong thing. Can we straighten you out? Maybe try node controller mode instead of manipulation mode. What? Oh, yes. So that moves the entire bridge up and down, which I am not a fan of. You know what? It's not the end of the world. It's fine. I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna die. It's fine. Not everything has to be perfect. Anarchy. Okay, there we go. Let's get some trees in and around this place, because otherwise it just looks so bland, especially around like the roads and stuff. Oh no, not here. Got power lines here. Do 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 do. I like to follow my roads with trees. It helps highlights them a little bit more. This is another place I don't like. And this is another place that I need a bridge. Oh gosh, so much. I thought an idea temporarily, like a thing around that comes up and then that. Ooh, hello. Okay, we're gonna do something funky. At least fortunately this area is straight. So here we're crossing the highway with a straight road. So we're gonna get everything's still good. Everything's still good. Okay, this was a quick and dirty connection. Okay, autosave just did its thing. So let's do the following. Boom, 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 boom. And no, let's do this. So So by the time I get here, let's get constant slope on now. It should be, it's 8.5, 8.75, that works. And then you all the way. Let's get rid of you. And then you can come all the way up to here. Okay. And then I can get rid of that. And then you can, let's make you ground, shall we? Join to there. Alrighty. That's cool, that works. So now let's go ahead and let me do my crazy idea. There's nothing better than doing crazy, completely unnecessary builds, which is exactly what we are about to do here. All right, so let's get the road. Firstly, come under here. I think I need a little bit more. How do I want to do this? I want to do it. Let's do that. And then we're going to do, I think if I can get it to go back underneath. We get it to go back underneath, right? And then here, and then there. Okay. But then I think over at this point, we are going to shrink you down to that. I could continue it like that. But what if it was like this instead? Let's build. Let's first get our off-ramp here. Let's get rid of that. There, and let's say there. So let me go ahead and up you and up you. Let's get rid of these two and oh, you're 8. Oh gosh. I don't like it when things like this happen. So you are a bridge and you are also a bridge. In fact, I might as well go ahead and upgrade you now. Might as well go ahead and upgrade you now as well. And of course, it's wonky. Jesus. Does anybody know why it's like this? It's like when you use a road builder tool to build new roads, it never lines up perfectly. Which one is off? Okay, that's better. All right, let's try that again. Now, I want to grab from here. What's my height? Okay, height is fine. Is that fine? that joins nicely. We will use move it to control things a little bit better just now. Can you just always stop wanting to be a bridge? Okay. Increase to about, let's say 2.5. It's too far. There we go. Increase you to about 5. And then we increase you to meet right there. All right. That's progress. This can be that, and you must not have a right turn. I still need to do a little bit of manipulation of this spot here, just so that it looks a little bit better in terms of how it flows off of here. I think the thing I actually need to manipulate is this guy. I think you're the one I need to manipulate. Yes. Is that okay? And then I think you just need to come down a tad bit. And it should look decent. And you also can just come down a tad. Oh, no, too much. I think for this I can go back into node. Okay, it's not too bad. That's actually not too bad. I just need to convert these. Let's bring back my Anarchy. Just need to convert these into that. Ooh, I think something here needs to go down a little bit. Or something here needs to go up a little bit. That's still okay. You need manipulation mode. No doubt about it. Because I need to get that out of the way. Hello again, Sanctum. Hello, Grey Noise. How are you doing? How are you doing? Let's get you away from here. So you see, this type of stuff, that needs to go up a little bit. Good, man. A little highway action. Indeed. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Sometimes you just want to build roads, you know? Building roads in this game is quite fun. I find it extremely, extremely satisfying. So when I do not know what to do, I find reasons to build roads. Or when I'm not in the mood to do something else, I find reasons to build roads. I think you, no, not you, maybe you. Actually, I can shift you a little bit. There we go. And we've got a decent off-ramp. Always fun building a new interchange. Indeed. Would be cool to find reason to send roads going off in other funky directions, but, you know, here we are. Now, I could get this road to come all the way around, but I instead wanted to do like an S. Let's go down to 0. I think I instead would like it to do like an S like that. I think by this point you can rise up to 5. And as long as the radius is semi-decent, we can rise you up to 7.5 or the full 8. Let's do 7.5. Do 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 do. And should you cross before or after the highway or after the train? I think it will have to be before, because it's going to create a node. Boop 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 boop. Let's go ahead and upgrade you. You need to get a bridge. Let's turn that on. I think like that. And then you can be this side, né? Yes, you can be that side. You can be this side and no, this way. You're going that way. There we go. Let's get rid of these two. I need to align again. I need to align again. Doop, 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 doop. Let's align you nicely. And then this one as well. You are not aligned nicely. Boom, 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 boom. I don't think I can get this to align the way I want it. So I give up. I think that one is aligned. And then I think that's aligned well enough. So now let's get you connected up. You need to go up by another one. And then you join up to there. And then of course, wait, hang on. I thought I said this chappie must be... Oh, this is a 6. This is a 6 laner. There we go. That's a proper 6 laner. And then this last one. It's a pity I can't make you one. Oh, I can. And then you can join there. I think that works. And we kill off that right turn. There we go. We have built it. We have built something. And this should now be nice and free flowing. Let's unpause. Whilst that is happening, whilst the game catches up, let's just go ahead and think I'm up. Wait, sorry, I meant to say click here and then down, click here and then down, click here and then down, click here and then down. And let me just do that. Kidokes. And the cars are using it. They are using it nice and smooth. It's always nice when you see these things actually working out. Oh, turn off Anarchy. Let's increase it a little bit. Ah, Sanctum. I see you are in the singing mood. I am not in the singing mood. I mean, I don't know. Do I look like a music artist to you? Singing is so boring. So 1980s. I'm a city builder. Oh well. I am a city builder wannabe, clearly. Or a city planner wannabe. Says yes. I don't think you're seeing right. And also, the thing about this game I've noticed is that even when I put down all of these trees, I don't notice a massive degradation in my performance. So that's good. I feel like the idea that this thing is at 100% is, it's not computing for the game. That it's supposed to be putting more trees than it currently is. I also did something off camera. I rerouted my cargo train down this way so that it stops going through Shepherd. I was playing with that. I think it was this afternoon or this morning. I can't remember. Or was it yesterday afternoon? One of the two. Okay. Are we good? I actually turned off tree sway with tree mod and saw a bit of a boost. Worth a try if you end up having issues. Okay. I will remember that. The thing that I hate most about the tree swaying is just the fact that when the game is paused, the trees are still swaying. I find that's extremely annoying and I don't understand why that is the case. But yeah. That is probably my single most annoying thing about the trees, is just the fact that they're swaying even when I am assuming it's not just me it happens to. Yeah, we're just gonna put a few bump and grinds in and around this area, because this whole area is meant to be, we're supposed to be going up now into mountainous terrain. So let's go ahead and actually bump up things a little bit more around here. Autosave. What is cool about this now is I am going to ensure now that this town, which will essentially be the last thing we build on the map, is contained within this mountainous area, which I think will be really, really nice. think let's bump this up a little bit more. I don't get why this thing sometimes it just stops. It just stops terraforming. I can bump this down a little bit, try and get a nice little mountain over here, which is quite cool. This is nice. Has anybody tried building a map yet using the editor? Because I was trying it out some time ago and I wasn't sure how you manipulate the water and how you get the whole sea to fill up quickly. Because when I tried that, it's like it took forever and the map still didn't get filled up with water, which is rather annoying that it didn't get filled up with water, despite like I literally ran the game for a long time and it never filled up with water. I tried to make a map a while ago, but didn't know how to save it. I think you can't save yet or something like that. Or is that in my head? Well, it must be in my head because there are lots of saves. There are lots of maps on the workshop, right? So I guess it's possible. I think if I'm not mistaken, you need to start with an existing map and modify it. Isn't that how it works? And then you just save as? I don't know. But I remember seeing somewhere that you couldn't create new maps and make them work. You had to start with an existing map. I think it's a whole thing. Oh, okay. I have not, but I know some cartographers or map makers. They all talk about the water and how it can be touchy. Yeah, I really have no idea how to do the water thing. I don't like height maps. I know that's it's the easiest way to create maps currently in CS2 as far as I know, but I generally don't like height maps. I love just carving the landscape myself from the ground up. That is really my cup of tea. That's what I enjoy doing. So yeah, I wanna try and avoid going the height maps route. I don't know why I'm doing that with this, because I need this road to come back this way. Oh, alternatively, I just make it straight and then let it come into the city. Okay, then that's fine. I think that's fine. Yeah, so now this should be space for us to have a nice small little town over here. Oh no, that's a boo-boo. Oops. That was a boo-boo. More trees. Yeah, I agree, to be honest. If I were to make one, I'd start from scratch. Yep. Same here. Every map I've ever made, well, CS1, they were all started from scratch. And the joy you get with just shaping every single corner of the map the way you want it is just, it's unmatched. For me, it's just fantastic. Wow, the map is now full. But I love the landscape in that area and how it goes up and down. And what I want to do is that I want to try and keep more of these hills, and then we continue to extend like farmland in between the hills. I think it's gonna look so good. To be honest, I think it's gonna look so good. Oops, let's up you. Ooh. I think I've gone too high. So we're gonna keep a couple of flat spots, a couple of flat spots around places like this that we can bring the land down into. So in a place like here, in fact, let me decrease this a little bit. So like down here, for example, just keep those areas a little bit flat, right? Just a tad bit, so that we can build out in this space. That's what I'm thinking. And as much as I would love to do the same here, I think let's just get a little bit of height over here. I love it. I love the wonky landscape. Ah, this is so my vibe. So with this, the landscape of Coral Reaches is basically almost all but done, because it's not likely that I'm gonna do any development in places like here. But then we do have areas like this where, you know what, we can just make the landscape a little bit something, right? A little bit of something. Oh, look at the activity on the road. I love it. And then we can just bring down places like here towards the train line. How high is this? I think this area can be a tad bit higher, and then bring it all the way down. Oh, the activity, guys. Look at all of this movement. It's so smooth. It's so smooth. I love it. anytime I build interchanges like this and they're functional, I just want to sit and stare at them all day long. You know what, let me give you this area just a little bit of life as well. And then we have the trains going between the two hills. Oh, that's so cool. I think I'm enjoying my own terraforming a little bit too much, guys. Is this a bridge? It's a bridge. Oh, there's a track. There's a road here. When did I put a road here? I need to come and set up some farms and stuff in this area. It goes up like on this sort of like hill, mountain, whatever. I think I can bring, ooh, yeah, that was a boo-boo. What am I clicking? That was a major boo-boo. Okay, and then let's do that. Here we go. Okay, that's a little bit better. Whew. I need to decrease you, come back to you, grab you, extend you out a little bit, and then we can smooth you back out. Alrighty. I'm not sure if I want to leave this here like this, but it will have to do for now. How's that landscaping, guys? I'm happy with it. Very happy with the way that's turned out. Maybe some more trees in and around this area. Just cover it all up. I have plans for a build around here, but I think I'm going to make it a YouTube video build. Some exciting ideas. And then we've got a nice small little space here to stick a little town, and then we will be done in this space, and I can't wait. And this is still flowing nicely. I think if I make this a 2-lane, it might actually look better. Come on, please tell me. Please tell me. Ugh. Turn you on. So this not really. Not really. This doesn't look that good. I actually don't know why I would have a roundabout here. Doesn't make sense. Well, unless I guess people want to use it to do a U-turn and go back. Right? Somebody left the stove on. They need to go back home and switch it on before they leave. This then also makes this place rife for small little on and off ramp into that direction. No, this actually works over there, so maybe rather from here, nice small little one. But then this is also quite close. I will have to see. We'll have to see if I will do something. But I'm loving the activity here. Let's save this. Ooh, excuse me. That was a sneeze. Sorry, my goal froze. I don't know why it froze, but it froze. Let's try open it again.
All right, over.
Oops.
To 17.
I thought I muted this thing. In the hole. I quite like the way this looks. It doesn't look like a trumpet. That's another thing. Like, consider this is a trumpet. But trumpets, usually you would have that, and then you'd... How would it usually come off? You would get something else that comes from the other direction, like that. And like that. But instead, make it go the other way. And we have a different type of interchange. I do think I need to... I should convert these to key walls. I think they make more sense. Maybe not here, because I think in places like here we can actually have the land. Although I do like the key wall effect. Can I do the following? Can we bring the land up all the way up to meet it? Oh, but then it means I would have to upgrade this to be on the ground, wouldn't I? Oh, but that's also fine, because if I upgrade this to be a key wall, then I'm able to get the land to sort of blend right into it, like so, which actually is not bad. Yes, that's ECS. Why are you talking about ECS? Assuming it's the ECS that I know. Are we talking AWS ECS here? Are you busy working there on the side, eh? Interviewer? Yeah, that's cool. That's better. No, I came on the send button. What? That does not sound right. That does not sound right at all. Okay, the duo that I was following just ended, which is Rory McIlroy and Colin Morikawa. Okay, this one can definitely be that, and this is actually an idea, guys, because excuse me, because now we can actually raise. I was typing a text and then I misclicked. Okay. Okay. We shall accept. You guys see what's happening here, guys? It's being built into the land. Ha! It's built into the land. I can't overdo it though, because then you won't see too much of the interchange when I'm trying to take like a screenshot or something. But that's cool. That's cool. And then I'll do very similar here as well. But it means that I do need to convert you as well to a key. ECS has no sense for me. Okay, fair enough. That's fine. That's fine. ECS has a lot of meaning in my life, in the industry I am in. Okay, I like this. This little interchange is nestled in the mountains. Now the only thing is I want this to be a little bit more gradual in its ascent. Oh, and even better. I love it every time that happens. I love it. Can send you also down a little bit. Then these ones need to get moved out of the way. There's a lot of these types that need to get moved out of the way. Even from the street. Ugh, I'm so glad to have finally done this. I've been putting this off for so long. This is so bad. I think there are two nodes very close together here, aren't they? Yep. In fact, there are three nodes very close together here. Whoa! Yeah, baby! Great noise! Great noise! Love this whole build sanctum. I need to run, but followed you on your socials and YouTube. Great noise. Thank you so much for that cheer of 100 bits. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think cheers are the rarest form of things on this channel. Ooh, that is not cool. What in the world has just gone on here? I wanted to write that is exactly. Oh, and I was not sure if it's correct because it looked wrong, and then I came on send when I want to Google it. Fair enough, understood. It is not at all an issue. Yeah, okay, it's clipping. All right, so we gotta go up and then we gotta fix. Ugh. What in the world? Oh, that is funny. Look where this thing is up here. Let's get into it. Why is it all the way up there? Like, it just makes no sense why it's all the way up there. But I guess it explains why my nodes were all messed up just now. Let's bring you also back down. You should not be going solo by yourself. Two of you supposed to act together as a unit. This is the reason why I asked earlier for undo option. Ah, yes. But here with move it, at least I can undo if I need to. So that's what I was getting at, that at least move it gives me that option. That's why I'm not afraid to pull up the move it manipulation mode and just go crazy. But something is amiss here. I have a... Okay, so there's something somewhere around here. Will I be better off just deleting these and putting them back? Let's just do that, and I guess that. Ooh, there's another one here. There's still another node just right here. Maybe I can grab this node and stretch it out a little bit. But I'll have the same issue. Well, not exactly the same issue, but I will have a similar issue. I deleted so often a part of a street when I misclick, and then it's not possible to restore it easily. Yeah, I know what you mean. We've all been through it. Up you two. Okay, let me send you back down like this. Here we go. It's one of those. I'm in one of those situations here, interviewer. I am certainly in one of those situations here. Because this I can pullouts to connect, but it's not quite right, because I really shouldn't have a node here actually. This is wonky. If I connect you there, just turn that back on, and then I turn you guys back that way. What is... like, I don't understand why this is actually messed up. I don't understand why this is actually messed up, because I can't get... oh my word. The aim here is to just get it to be straight, and then I'm not touching this again. But I see this goes down here, but I have a feeling there's a node that I'm missing. Oh, aha, there we go. You also a problem. I think you need to straighten out. Doesn't it? That needs to straighten out, and then that needs to adjust itself here. No, not that. So you need to just get pulled that way. I think this one needs to come down a bit. And then it can also, no, you stay. But that one can definitely come down a bit. Over here, I think you need to go up just a tad bit. There we go. That fixes that. And I think you still need to come up a little bit more. No, it's not that. It's not that either. Not that either. So if it's none of these ones, then which one is it? You know what? From afar, you can't tell, right? At this point, I'll rage and delete it. I have considered that, but I realized that in the end, I am the one who still has to rebuild it. So it doesn't do me any favors if I rage delete. If I am going to delete, I must know very well that it's going to be very easy to redo. Otherwise, I do not rage delete anything. I do not have the luxury. Especially when you're recording for like a YouTube video and you've spent a good number of hours on something. You really do not want to rage delete. It gets you nowhere. All right. Let's add or spawn a tsunami or a meteor. I have natural disasters turned off because, yeah, I don't do natural disasters. Shame. I work too hard. I feel like I work too hard to get my cities looking a certain kind of way for a natural disaster to just come along and then undo all of my good work. I have not the patience. Actually, this is supposed to be on the outside. Oh, snap. Oh well. It is what it is. Let's make it do its thing. Let's make it work for us somehow. Then let's add a couple of the lighter ones as well. I believe the lighter one does not go over. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't often do this type of detailing, but I mean, why not, right? Turn that off. You know what I mean? If something is going wrong or not as I want, then I'll lose my patience and I have to destroy something. It's not the best characteristic. Well, you know what? At the end of the day, the game allows you to do it, so you do it, right? And you also have the benefit of saves. So I guess you're not really losing anything. You simply reboot back in if you need to. And let me just add a few more around here. Yeah, of course it's going to disappear. I knew it. And you know what? Oh, just put one more in here. I think this is a good thing to also have some keys around this one, so some barriers there. There's no barrier really needed here because we're turning in that direction, so we're good. All right, let's unpause. Is everything still driving fine? Everything is still driving fine. Can we just talk about how our population is on the rise? 179,000. All because we've been creating jobs. Jobs. which is fantastic. Of course, except today where we're just building a ton of this stuff. Right, let's save. Okay. All right, we are done. We are done here. We've got nice flowy interchange. Takes us down that way, which doesn't really do much. I'm sure most of the cars coming from here are probably going around this way and going that direction. See, this worries me. Why are they slowing down so much over here? Yeah, it's because of this weird bump. Guys, I think I may have to redo this, hey? I think I may have to redo this. Look at that. All the traffic is slowing down. It's not only a small part. For me to redo this whole segment needs to go. The whole segment is going to need to go. You see? Look at that. I've got 1, 2, 3 segments in here. This is the problematic one. So, you know what I'm thinking? Maybe, because I should have 2 nodes very close together. Yeah. Perhaps I can drag this node out a little further away from this one. And let's see if that helps any. Not that one. What else is in between? There is something else in between here that's causing grief. Okay. I think we fixed it. Whatever it was, I think we fixed it. Cars ain't slowing down no more. Deep. Cars are not slowing down anymore. All right. The only thing is, I think we need a little bit more room for the on-ramp. This is fine. That's fine. And then I can turn. Oops. I can turn the right turn off over there. And likewise over here, I think this needs to convert into a 6-laner. Look at that. Small little difference makes how the end looks. Why is this so slow? Oh, it's one of these silly vehicles. I hate these vehicles so much. They just slow down your traffic for absolutely no reason. Okay, we are good. Do. And we can save. Shane Lowry shot a 3 under par today. And this area still operational, we're still good, no issues. Okay, everybody, I think we're done. I think I'm gonna leave it here for today. It's a shorter than usual stream. I need to be up early tomorrow, so you know, here we are. I would have loved to put some. You play other games also? I do, but they far and few in between. Few and far in between. That's the term. But as of next week, what are we on? Today is the 11th, 15th of May. Doom Dark Ages comes out. That I'm gonna get, and that I'm going to be enjoying. I'm gonna play Doom Dark Ages like it's nobody's business. So I'm probably going to resume my midweek streams, the Tuesday and or Thursday streams, because I use those days to play other games when I do have other games, but I haven't had other games for quite a while that I've been excited about streaming. But with Doom Dark Ages coming out, that is definitely a game I'm going to be playing very, very soon. I really want to get some industry here, but you know what, guys, we're gonna call it quits for today. And then by next week's video, I should hopefully get more jobs created here by the harbor. So hopefully that should help. Hopefully by next week our unemployment rate should be at my target of 5%, and then we can start expanding. Ah, cool. Never heard of it. You've never heard of it? You should check it out. Doom. Well, the last time I was streaming a Doom game, it was Doom Eternal, which is very far removed from what City Skylines is. City Skylines is chilled, city building, slow, at your own pace. Doom Eternal is fast, it's brutal, it is rip and tear gore. It is just the opposite of City Skylines, basically. It really is. They are worlds apart, these two games. So if you're a city builder, it's not likely that a Doom Eternal would be on your radar. Okay, that's it, everybody. We are done. I'm going to leave you with our beautiful landscape shots, and I'm hoping in time that I can really get farms at the base of some of these hills or mountains. I think it's gonna look cool having farmlands just all over in between. I really think that will look really good. So that's the plan for the future. I don't know if it will be in the live streams or if it will be on YouTube. We'll see. Time will tell. I don't know how I got into cities. No other game I play is similar. I'm exactly the same. Dreadnought, I'm exactly the same. I know how I got into it, but why I got into it, I have no idea. I used to play this game on my phone. It's called Megapolis or something like that. Like years ago, probably like a decade back already. yeah, about a decade back, this Megapolis game, and I used to enjoy it. Megalopolis or Megapolis, one of the two. It was a city builder on the phone. How I got into that one, I have no clue, because I don't know how I got that game. But it was a 2.5D, so you couldn't rotate around it, but it was like at a bit of an angle. And I was like, no man, there must be a game that allows you full 3D view of a city that you build. And so I did some Googling, and then I found SimCity Build It, which is basically a mini city builder on a phone. And I thoroughly enjoyed that game until I hit the paywall. And I was like, man, that's ridiculous. There must be a PC city building game that does not have a paywall. And then I discovered SimCity 2013. That was the first city builder I ever played. And this was in 2014 or 2015, somewhere there. I loved it. And whilst playing SimCity 2013, City Skylines was announced. And a year later, City Skylines dropped. And I didn't touch City Skylines 1 until a year after it was released. Before I tried my hand at it, and then I absolutely loved it. By the way, this is my golf ball. Can you see that? It says Strixon 1. I don't know if you can see it. Anyways, I got a hole-in-one with this ball a couple of months ago. So I got a little holder for it, hole-in-one. So yeah, I'm quite happy and proud of that. Hole-in-one, not a feat many people can say they've achieved. So that was nice. Now I have it sitting on my desk, reminding me of what it could be like to be a good golfer. That's so wholesome. I saw Cities 1 on Twitch and I was fixed, but I like it more to watch them play. Alright, no, fair enough. I got a couple holes in one in mini out. Mine was a proper hole in one. Par 3, 157 meters. 8 iron, straight in. Was quite nice. Quite happy, quite proud. Yeah, I figured you were talking about mini putt. Putt. I can say mine was a proper hole in one. Yeah, we gotta flex. You gotta flex. Again, how many people can say they got a hole in one at a whole 157 meters out? That was I was quite happy. My playing buddy just started screaming, hole in one. Because if you get a hole in one, you have to buy everybody in the clubhouse drinks. So he just wanted as many people there as possible. But I was lucky because we were playing on a very, very quiet day. I think there were like 7 people in the clubhouse. So, fortunately for my good pocket, I did not have to buy too many drinks or pay too much. But yeah, cool. Thanks, interviewer. Have a good one. Thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate it. It was super awesome. As usual, I hope to see you in other streams. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Oh man, now I'm scared of being good at golf. I think that is the one thing you never have to worry about, being good at golf. Because it doesn't happen. Unless you are a professional player who spends 8 hours a day hitting golf balls, just don't ever think that will be a problem in your life. You can just forget it. Golf is hard. Golf is the hardest game I have ever played. And I've played a lot of sports. Like a lot. Cricket, soccer, tennis, pool, table tennis, you name it. I've played it all. But golf, my word. That's a hard game. But anyways, that's it. Everybody, we are done. No more talking about golf. Let's call it quits here for today. It's a little bit shorter than usual, but hey, you know what? It is what it is. Next week, hopefully, we'll be back at it. Back in our town that we started. And hopefully get expanding on it with some industry, residential areas. And try and start getting the place named and doing all kinds of nice and beautiful things. Thank you all so much for joining. Good night, Dreadnoughts. As usual, thank you so much for being here. Hope to catch you in the next one. And everybody else, have a good morning, a good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. And yeah, I shall catch you all in the next one. Cheers, everybody.